Well, Naomi, welcome to the club. How does it feel to join Manchester City?
It's quite surreal, to be honest. You always want to play for the top teams as a young player, and I think joining City is just a really exciting opportunity for me.
You mentioned there, obviously, being a young player and having this opportunity. What considerations did you have to take before making this move?
I guess there's always different considerations when you're making a move, whatever stage you're in as part of your journey. But I guess you're thinking about playing time, and I know that will be difficult, and I'd have to prove myself to play here. But yeah, I guess playing alongside and training against some of the top elite professionals in the world is just a really exciting opportunity and really hard to turn down.
You made such a big impact at Bristol City. Why now to join Manchester City at this stage of your career?
So with Bristol, I felt that the club gave me a lot and I learnt a lot and grew so much as a person there. But I felt that it was time for me to sort of find a new challenge. And I feel like Man City brings that challenge for me. And I think that I needed to be stretched to keep growing.
How important, like you say there, to be stretched to keep growing, is that to your development and where you want to reach being here?
It's hugely important. I think that you have to surround yourself with the best players and you have to keep challenging yourself in order to get better. And that if you're not uncomfortable sometimes, then you're probably going to find it quite hard to grow. And I think here, even sort of meeting the girls and seeing some of the training, I think the standard and the expectations are really high. And I'm just really excited to sort of get involved.
And how would you kind of describe yourself as a player to the City fans?
So I'd probably describe myself, I really love to defend. I love emergency defending and all that, but I also really like to be on the ball. And I think that City as a team are hugely in possession based and love to have the ball and love to create chances. And as a defender, I think it often starts from the back. So I'm really excited to then be able to sort of start attacks and get the ball moving. And yeah, I like to play on the ball as well as defend.
You alluded to it a little bit there, but how do you think City can improve you as a player?
Yeah, so I think, as I mentioned previously, City have a lot of the ball. And I think being at Bristol City, may have been slightly different, and that I had a lot of defending to do, especially last year in the WSL. And then to have the ball more, and it's a different kind of game, even though you're playing the same position, you often find yourself in different scenarios. So I think that it will really help that part of my game grow. And then just training against some of the forwards that are here and the midfielders, I think you can't really beat that challenge. So yeah.
So of course in training you'll be coming up against the likes of Bunny Shaw and Lauren Hempen, our amazing attacking talent. How much are you relishing that challenge as well?
I'm hugely looking forward to being able to come up against them in training. They're hugely talented, they make really intelligent runs and they're technically very, very good. And I think that sort of if you challenge yourself against those players week in, week out, then when you come up against other teams and other top class players, you're more comfortable to deal with it and you feel more confident coming up against them. And I think that sort of having the opportunity in training and then hopefully playing matches with them on your team, it's really exciting and should help me improve hugely.
Only 2 seasons ago, you helped Bristol City win the championship. How can that experience of fighting for a league title help you in our pursuit of major honours as well?
Well, I think that season there was a lot going on. And I think it's always that finding a way to win in those moments is really important. There may be things going on behind the scenes that people don't know about, but it's about collectively coming together on a match day and in training days to then find a way to win and get things over the line, because every point matters when you're sort of fighting to be at the top.
And fast forward a year, you won Bristol City's Young Player and Player of the Year as well. What did that mean to you specifically?
I think I was just hugely honoured. I think especially getting Players Player to be recognised by your teammates is quite exciting. And then Young Player as well, it's nice to get the recognition by the fans and then also the coaching staff to show that your hard work counts. I guess football's always a team sport, but it's nice to get individual accolades as well.
Does those moments sort of provide even more sort of motivation and desire to win things, not just individually, but as a team as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think that last season was tough with Bristol City, but I think coming into a team that's fighting for 4 trophies potentially is really exciting, and getting the taste for what it's sometimes like to win something is it just makes you want more. You're never really satisfied with just getting there and then sort of being happy with what you are. I think you're always striving to get better and win more things, and yeah.
You've also progressed through sort of the various England youth levels as well. How has that experience helped you as a player?
I think it's invaluable really to play internationally, and if you can, have the opportunity, because it's a different style of play potentially. You're playing with different people and coaches, and you have to come together in a different way to maybe club football. And I think having the holistic experiences really helps you as a player to grow. Like being away from home when you're younger, and then sort of playing against other top international teams. It's a different style of football potentially than league. So yeah.
And of course, you trained with the England seniors not too long ago. What was that experience like?
It was really exciting. I was glad to be able to get the opportunity. It was nice to be on the same camp as them, to then see sort of how the seniors worked and sort of maybe integrate a little bit and get the opportunity to train with them. It was really exciting for me. I didn't expect it at the time, but I guess when you're working hard and you're sort of putting yourself in the position to get those opportunities, then you've got to just take them while you can. And the girls were always all really lovely, and the training was really good and a high level. And I think now coming into environment at City, the training will be similar and probably more. So I'm really excited to sort of have had that experience, and then sort of hopefully more to come.
You mentioned there about coming into the environment at City, but how is sort of rubbing shoulders with the elite players of the England camp going to help you in your transition to the squad here?
Well, I think at the end of the day, it's realising that every player is a human as well, and that although they may have the great accolades that they've won and they may be the top class people that they are, but they're also top class people generally. And I think that once you get sort of past the starstruck aspect of it, like being on the same pitch as them, you sort of realise that you're not there by chance, that you've earned your way there, and there's a reason that you're sort of rubbing shoulders with them. So I think, yeah, it's nice to know that they're people as well. But yeah.
And what conversations have you had so far with the manager?
I guess I've had a few chats with Gareth, and I think it's just sort of trying to integrate myself with the team and learn the style of play, because it's a very specific style of play which I'm really excited to be part of. And I think just trying to take every opportunity that I can and sort of build and grow as a player and hopefully be part of a winning team.
I think I'm right in saying you made your WSL debut against City for Bristol City.
Yeah.
Now sitting here as a City player, how does that feel? It's almost like a full circle moment. How does it feel now being a City player after making your debut in the WSL against them?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite strange really. I guess that match that I made my debut in was a tough day for us. But now to be on the side which is potentially winning those games week in, week out is really exciting. And I think at that point, if you asked me in 4 years, you'll be putting on a City shirt, I would have sort of been super surprised and thought, no way. But I guess looking back to where I was then and where I am now, like the person that I've grown into and the player that I'm becoming, I'm really excited to sort of kick that on.
And we've seen that you'll wear the number 3 shirt at City, taking over from Demi Stokes, a club legend. How does that feel for you to wear that shirt number as well?
I think I'm really excited to wear the number 3. When a starting number 11 shirt is available, I think it's hard to turn it down, especially as a sort of young player coming in and hoping to sort of be here for a long time, that I can live up to Demi's legacy as a City player and sort of like carry on the numbers journey really.
And what are you hoping to achieve at the club in the short term and the long term as well?
I guess individually it's just trying to sort of gain as much experience and opportunity as I can. And then for the team, like there's 4 competitions that we're in, and I guess the aim is to win every competition that we can be in. And I think that that's the aspiration of all the girls. And I think coming into the environment, I've sort of tried to take ownership of that as well. So I'm really looking forward to that.
And just finally, what would your message to the City fans be?
The message to the fans would just be that I'm really excited to be here and get going, and I can't wait to play in front of all of you.
Naomi, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the club.
Thank you.